Hello friends, it's Kathryn Gorman Lovelady from Moonstar Lodge, and I've been asked by my students if I would display some of the now 1,028 or 30 decks I have in my collection, and I'm giddy to do that. Today I'm going to show you a series of decks that come from the award-winning author of the Deviant Moon, and his name is Patrick Valenza. So let's cut to the cards and cut to the chase. Alrighty. So many of you may have seen this from Amazon and other vendors. It's the Deviant Moon Tarot. This is the book, and it actually says on it, Deviant Moon Tarot book is the winner, the Gold Ink Award hardcover books, the National IPPY Awards for New Age, Best Book Award, New Age. And this is US Games has put this out. So many of you will be familiar then with the tarot that was produced. This is the borderless edition of the Deviant Moon. And Patrick put this out, I think, around 2016. I can stand corrected. So a lot of you have seen this. What you might not have seen are these other little gems, and this is only a small part of the collections that he has available on his deviantmoon.com website, and also some of his product is available on Etsy. Now, I did try to get some through Etsy, but some of his decks don't deliver to Canada via Etsy, but they do from his website. So there's an ongoing story theme on his website. He calls the place where he does his work the laboratory in the Fernwood Asylum. And two decks that caught my eye when I first started going through his website. Now I'm visually impaired to a degree, and so I have to take a long time to scour things, and they've been very kind to me about that. Two things that got me there. The first was the Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle, another video by another tarot expert directed me to this, just showing the box. It is classic Patrick artistry, but there are I think 80 cards in this little deck. And when I got to the website, I saw the Secret Pocket Oracle Seance Edition, and it's blue light effective. Same cards. There's 4 more cards in this deck, and I'll open the larger one. The smaller ones delight me. I love little decks that are transportable in my massive purse. And here's the lovely backs. Very, very lovely, and of course that's consistent through. This card came as an additional card when I made an order, and it's the right size, and I stuck it in there because it's perfect. This is Mildred Payne's picture, apparently, and Mildred was in an asylum. The face card, this card came, it's part of this deck, but it's visible in this colorway, in this pocket size. The rest of these, it goes right through, oh my goodness, every possible kind of oracle that you could want. Think Lenormand on steroids. They're very simple drawings, very, very simple drawings. And it's important to know that there is a PDF that goes with it, but I love it. I love it. It appeals to my sense of silly, but it's not silly. It's very serious. Patrick is a very serious student of tarot. So this is Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. These both are. The same time I ordered these, I ordered Mildred Payne's Oracle of Black Enchantment. Now this comes in different colorways. You'd have to go to the website to see if, you know, which one you like, frankly. And again, there's a picture of Mildred and another picture of Mildred and a third picture of Mildred and some little cards that came, and I've put them in there. I'm going to put these cards up here because they belong up here. So this is the Oracle of Black Enchantment. I guess I'll turn it around this way, that makes more sense. And you will see that it's very, very complex, but yet easily readable. This reminds me of the Addams Family when Morticia is going along cutting off the heads of the roses. So yeah, it's not necessarily everybody's cup of tea, but if you come at this with a sense of humor and actually read the PDF, the meanings are very clear. There's a clarity to this, and they speak to our life, not just some sort of fantastical life. So I love this art, and it's very, very clear and cuts to the chase. So I love that about Patrick's work. The next shipment I received, had to save up my pennies because some of the other people that I follow, I'm just going to stick this back on here, the Fernwood Asylum. Some of the other artists, tarot artists I follow, and tarot experts, love Marseille. Now you'll remember my unboxing the other day was of the Tarot Pierre Madiney 1709, and this was Patrick Renaud in Dijon, France. And when I showed it, I showed the paper wrapping that was part of the way that they were presented in their day. This is very delicate paper, and I don't think I should muck with it, but this came wrapped, and this is a numbered deck, and it's a classic Marseille deck. So the minor arcana are represented as pip cards. Well, when I saw Patrick's Triomphe de la Luna, I was in love, but it got better. Let me just open this for you. This is a Marseille deck, classic Marseille, and here you see the face card in the English text. You see the Fool, flames coming out of his butt, love that. There's the Magician, there's 3 legs there holding up the table, fantastic. The High Priestess, she's looking lovely. The Empress, poignant with pregnancy. There's the eyeball there in her navel. The Emperor, with his monocle or something. A Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Justice. And you'll see the continuity in the style of art between this and the Deviant art. The Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Strength, Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, very interesting interpretation, and another interpretation of the Devil. So these 2 cards were included. I love the Tower cards. You've got 3 here. You've got what we typically configure as the Tower. We've got Lightning, and we've got the House of God. This proved to me that Patrick knows his stuff, because way back in history, the Tower card was the House of God. So he's done his research. the star. I'm just going to show you the major arcana here. And another copy or version, not copy, but a version of the star. The moon. Love this moon. Reminds me of the Loch Ness Monster as a devil. The sun. Judgment. 2 forms of judgment. 2 versions. Pick the one you want to work with for a particular client. The world. Kind of looks like me on a bad hair day. And then you get into the pip cards, which I won't go through at this time. But at the end of the deck, voila, a surprise. We have some oracular cards that also add into the readings. And I was stunned. There is a PDF that I will download and use. So we have these cards here. There's 10 cards of this oracle. But not to be outdone, there is something called an extension beast pack, which came wrapped in this lovely paper, which I opened. It's signed by Patrick. And the beast pack gives you some additional characters to work with. And there's Bacchus. 2 number 5 cards here. This one states that it's Bacchus, and this one is another version. And it goes right on through. There's all kinds of these beasts here, lovely beasts, and it ends up being 22 cards. So this was just a quick walk down. Oh, I didn't do this deck. Just a minute. I love this one. This one's called The Garden of Lucid Daydreams Oracle. And it starts with the sun here, resting on its hands. That's lovely. And this woman looking at the moon, the tear in her eye, extra boobs. I know most women feel certain times of the month that they must be growing an extra boob. Pregnancy did that for me. And in the pack of cards here, we have the face card, and then these various numbered cards. 0 came outside of the box, and I added it in, and we go right through all these cards. That was me in my youth, I think, but there are some fantastical cards in here to work with, and I will download that PDF, and it ends up being 54 cards in all in that deck. So this is the Garden of Lucid Daydreams. So I may not be done with Patrick's decks because I have received another card here from a deck that I don't recognize of his. I've asked for some clarification of which deck it's from because I love it so much I might have to get the whole deck. But don't tell Brian. I'll have to get some mad money for that ahead. Anyway, this was very quick, very impromptu, but don't be put off by the iconography here. It's challenging. And it's challenging in a good way, and it makes you really think. Certainly it does that for me. But once you get into it and get the precision, the clarity that actually comes from this wild, beautiful artistry, it's great to read with. Anyway, thank you, and enjoy, and have a good gawk at the Deviant Moon website. You'll love it.